Following Monday night's thrilling Game 1 win on the West Coast, Siena looking to clinch the program's first Division I National Postseason Tournament Championship in Game 2 of the best-of-3 College Basketball Invitational Championship Series Wednesday night against Fresno State. You have to go back 64 years to the only time Siena won a national postseason tournament of any sort. In 1950, Siena captured the National Catholic Invitational, and the man who was an instrumental part of that team, Siena legend Billy Harrell, was in the house hoping to witness more history. And this game would have an old-school feel to it. Siena back at the Alumni Recreation Center for the first non-exhibition game in 17 years, and as predicted, the building was rocking just like the old days. Siena making their second cross-country trip of the week as opposed to just one for the Bulldogs, and fatigue seemed to set in early. Fresno State looking every bit the part of a team that did not want its season to end. In fact, not much didn't go in, 15 of their final 17 shots in shooting a whopping 76% in the first half. Tyler Johnson would cap it with the steal and score here, as Fresno State would ultimately build as much as a 22-point first-half lead. Siena looking for a spark, any spark, and got it from the California native Ryan Oliver. Here, Oliver beats the buzzer from way downtown to give Siena a little life, but the Saints would still be down 19 at the break, 43-24. However, the second half would start much like the first, as the Bulldogs continued to be unstoppable on the offensive end and would build as much as a 26-point lead. But Siena, which rallied from a 12-point second-half deficit to win Monday, would mount yet another second-half comeback, and once again it would be ignited by their pressure defense. The Saints would go on a 14-1 run in just 2.5 minutes, led by Brett Bisping. The sophomore forward scored 12 of his team-high 20 points during the run, as Siena halved the deficit to just 13 with 11:06 to go, bringing the partisan crowd to life. But in the end, Siena would not get the stops when it needed them most. Alan Huddleston led 5 Bulldogs in double figures with 20 points off the bench. Huddleston shot a perfect 6 for 6 from the field, as Fresno State shot at a 64% clip for the game, and the Bulldogs forced a decisive Game 3 Saturday, defeating the Saints 89-75.
I'm not going to say I'm negative, but I'm not shocked by this, what happened today. I thought we might come out of it a little earlier, but yesterday was a great travel day, but at shoot-around today, I had a sense that, look, it's 1-1 and the winner plays Saturday, and that's what our talk was about. There was no yelling and no negativity, but this is why the pros play. You see one team win, and then you see the other team win, and I expect a hard-fought battle on Saturday. But this is an amazing situation to be able to come back from this and play. Remember, we lost by 30 at Manhattan and came back and beat them. Does that mean we're going to win on Saturday? I don't know. I expect us to compete harder on Saturday. I expect us to run the plays we said we were going to run. I expect us to look for other teammates. I expect us to dive for loose balls. I expect us to be a hustling team, because that's what we've done all year.
I think we let some people down tonight. They all come back on Saturday and keep supporting us. But like I said, we weren't ready to go from the start. I think some of us were doing our own thing. We went away from what we've been doing to get where we are right now. And we can't let that happen on Saturday, because they're too good of a team for us to slip up like that. I enjoyed playing here. The environment was great. It's not an excuse for me. Our fans were fantastic. Our student section was insane. It was great. We just weren't ready to go.